Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I will explain how to download multiple files in SharePoint document library using the PnP PowerShell. And before we get into the implementation, let me introduce myself. I am Harita, working as a Power Platform consultant. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more tutorials on PowerShell, SharePoint and Power Apps. Now let's get into the video. So here you can see I have a SharePoint site named Travel Authorization. In this, the document library is Employee Travel Authorization PDF files. In this library, I have some folders like folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. Within this each folder, I have different types of files like PDF, document and Excel. When we select that one, it will select all the items and you can able to see the download option. When we click this one, it will automatically download all the files. So you might think in the SharePoint itself we can able to download the files. Then what is the use of this using PnP PowerShell? So here you can see in this document library I have 3 folders. Maybe in your case you might have multiple folders and within that folders, subfolders and so there, right? If we have files within the subfolders and folders, we cannot download directly multiple files from the SharePoint itself. So here you can see if I went to this one, only the files whatever present in this folder I can able to download at a time. If I want to download all the files whatever present in this document library, in that case that PnP PowerShell will helpful. So using the PnP PowerShell we can also filter the files. So for example here you can see I have document files, Excel file and PDF files, right? If we want to download only the PDF files, we can also able to filter and download it. So these are some advantages of using PnP PowerShell. Now let's get into the implementation part. So here is my PnP PowerShell script. At starting you can see I have provided some of the variables that will store the information like site URL and library name and local file folder path where the files need to be downloaded. And then I stored my client ID in this client ID variable. If you don't know how to register one client ID, in the description box below I will provide the link. And then I am using the connect-pnp online command to connect with the SharePoint site by providing the site URL, client ID and the interactive mode. So this interactive mode will be take my credential while running this script. And in PnP PowerShell, the get-pnp file command is used to download the files. Since this command is directly there, then what is the use of using this much code, right? So let me explain why I have used this one. So you can see I am using one if condition. Within that I am using the test-path command, which is one PowerShell command only. So this command will check for this path parameter I have provided the local folder path, right? So it will check whether the mentioned local folder path is present or not in my local system. If it is not present, using the new -item command, I am creating the one directory with the same name that I have mentioned over here, and the item type will be the directory. So it will ensure that local folder exists or not. So after that I have used get-pnp list item command. So this command I am using to get all the files like folders, everything, whatever the items present in the document library. So for this command we need to provide the library name, and I have provided the page size like 500. Now our requirement is we only need to get the files, not the folders. So using the where object I am applying the filters like the file system object type is equal to the file. So it will only fetch all the files present in the folders are directly present in the library also, and after fetching all the files it will stored in this files variable. Now I am iterating over each file using the for each loop. So after iterating over each file I am fetching file reference, file name. So this file reference is like server relative URL and the file name, and using the target file path. So this is one variable. I am joining this local folder path. In this get-pnp file command, for the URL we are providing the file reference. So the server relative, it will take the URL of that file, and the path is local folder path. In this local folder path only it will download that file, and the file name will be the file name only. So as a file it will download. Now let's run the code, and before that let me show you the folder, that is the local folder. So here you can see D drive list columns folder, and it is empty only. Now after running the script it will become full. So I run that script. So as I said before, while running this script only, it will ask us to interact. Now you can see it open on pop-up window. Please log in for PowerShell. So I need to provide my credential, and now you can see it is started running. So you can see it is displaying the message downloading travel authorization file with that name it is showing. You can see one by one it is downloading. You can see it downloaded all type of files like Excel, document, PDF, everything whatever present in document library it is downloaded. Now let's check that local folder. So you can see it is downloaded all the files into this folder. Now I will remove all the files. That is because we will see another example of downloading files. So that's why I removed. Now here in this library, if you want to download only particular files, that to multiple. For example, this one, and this one. So you will also get this type of scenarios, right? In that scenarios, how we can download using PnP PowerShell, we will see now. So here I already mentioned the code. As I said previously, site URL, client ID we need to mention, and the destination path like where the files needs to be downloaded. And using connect-pnp online command, we are connecting with the site. And then in the files variable, I am storing the files URL. So whatever the file I require, that files URL only I am taking. So here you can see I have mentioned the URLs of the particular files into this files variable. Since we already have the site URL, you can just provide the site/site name and then library name and then folder name and then the file name. In case if you don't have the folder, means the file is outside of the folder, you can simply provide that file name. So same for another file also, I have provided the URL like this. Now this files variable is containing the URLs of the two files. Now using the for each object, I am iterating over each file present in the files. So using the split function, I am removing all the slashes from the URL that is stored into this path segments variable. So for this path segments variable, I am using the dot length function. So it will take the length count number of segments present in this path segment, and that count is stored into this segment count variable. Now in this file name, so this path segment is containing one list. For example, after removing this segment, it will like sites comma site name comma library name comma folder name comma file name, it will be there, right? So that is stored in this path segments. So from the path segments, we are using this segment count, which is nothing but the length of the segments. From that one, we are taking the minus one, which is nothing but the last item. So that last item is nothing but the file name. So that file name will be stored in this variable file name. So using the get-pnp file command, we are downloading the files. For this URL path, I am just using the $_, which is nothing but it is currently holding the site whichever we mentioned over here. And for the path, we are using this destination where the file needs to be downloaded. So let me save these changes. And before that, let's check this one. This folder is empty now. I'm running this script. So since I already connected, it will auto generated. You can see I haven't displayed any message over here. So that's why it is not showing any message, but you can see download multiple specific files folder is run successfully. Now let's check this local folder. So you can see those two files were downloaded. Okay. I hope you understand how to download specific multiple files from the document library using PowerShell. And now we will discuss how to download specific file types. For example, only PDF files or Excel or document files, how we can download. So before that, let me remove this one so that you won't get confused. So here also we are mentioning the parameters like site URL, library name, local folder path and client ID. And the extra variable is allowed extension variable, and which is storing the extension. So I mentioned Excel file extension and the document file extension. So here I am not including the PDF files because PDF files we have many. So we will see only Excel and document file. In case if you want, you just provide a comma and provide that .pdf over here to this variable only. And as we discussed previously, here also I am testing whether the local folder is exist or not. If not, it will create it. And this one also, that get-pnp list item command is used to fetch all the items, and that will be stored in this files variable. So using this for each item, we are as we discussed previously, it is iterating over each item and retrieving the server relative URL of that file and the file name. Here you need to be more focused. So I created one more variable named extension, and this variable is storing the each file's extension and converting into the lower. And then I'm using one more if condition. In this if condition, I'm checking whatever the extension we mentioned in this allowed extension variable that contains this extension or not. So while iterating only, we are checking each file extension. If it is there, using in this target file path, we are joining this local folder path and the file path. And using this get-pnp online command, we are downloading only that particular file. So for that so to this command, we are providing the URL like the file reference URL. So which is nothing but the server relative URL, and then the path is like where the file needs to be downloaded. So local folder path and the file name, and it needs to be downloaded as a file. So I mentioned this parameter, and force means it will download it. And in case if we found any PDF files, in that case the condition will fail. So it will come to the sales condition. There it will display the message like skipping unsupported file, and with that file name it will show. Now let's save this one and run the script once. Since we already connected, it will start running. So you can see most of the files are PDF files only, right? So it is skipping that unsupported file, it is showing, but downloading option is only shown for the Excel and document file. Now let's check the local folder. So here you can see these three folders are downloaded successfully. I hope you understand how to download the files. In this video, I have explained three different ways for downloading multiple files. Code for downloading the multiple files using PnP PowerShell. And thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.